Hello everyone, it is 2 a.m. on April 16th. I decided to do the reading rush. I just decided a few minutes ago, and so I just picked out my books, and so I will give you the 4 books that I will be reading through April 16th through the 19th. The first challenge is to read a book with a house on the cover, and this made me decide to do it because I was already reading a book that had a house on the cover, so I decided, you know what, let me just do it. It's a sign. So I was currently reading Flowers in the Attic by V.C. Andrews. It might be cheating a little since I've already started it, but I think it counts. This is about 4 siblings who, when their father dies, their mother takes them to go live with their grandparents. They've never met their grandparents, and the catch is that the grandfather doesn't even know they're coming or exist. So children have to hide up in a tiny room that leads up to an attic and hide away. The mother will bring them food and the grandma will bring them food, but they can't make much noise and the maids can't know about them because they will inform the grandfather. And the reason for this is because a long time ago he cut the mother off from the will because when she was younger she did something that he didn't approve of. And so she wants to smooth things over, get back into his good graces. And then she said she will introduce them to the grandfather. But then the longer they are hiding out, the more they think that they're never going to get out. And I already know a lot about this book and how disturbing it is, and it's already very disturbing from what I've read so far. The second challenge is to read a book in the same room the whole time. And I pretty much do that anyway. I usually read in my room in this exact spot. So it could be any of these, but I decided to pick a book and I want to read The Princess Diaries by Meg Cabot. It is a small book and it's going to be nostalgic because I loved the movie. I haven't seen it in ages. But even if I don't like the book, I think it'll bring back good memories of the movie. The third challenge is to read a book set in somewhere you wish you could go. And for this I chose The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe by C.S. Lewis. I mean, would everyone want to go to Narnia? And then the fourth challenge is to read a book that will make you smile. And for this one I chose I Am C-3PO, The Inside Story by Anthony Daniels. I love Star Wars, and my favorite character is C-3PO, so this will definitely make me smile. So those are the books I will be reading for the reading rush. Enjoy the rest of this reading vlog. Dude, what the heck? The grandma is insane. I knew she was insane, but she just, in the middle of the night, she snuck into the room, stuck the older granddaughter with a needle so she wouldn't wake up, and poured hot tar all over her hair. Like, what the heck? It's just insane. The grandmother didn't like that she was getting older and being more mature looking. She said to shave her head. And of course the girl was like, no, and then she threatened them to not feed them for a week. And they still refused because they were like, oh, Mom will come up and save us at one point. But the grandma didn't wait long. In the middle of the night, she just put tar over her hair. Like, that's just insane. I had no idea that they were this young in the book. I know what the story's about. I know the disturbing thing. And so I thought they were much older. But I guess I didn't realize how long they were actually stuck in the house in the attic. Because I'm hoping they are stuck for a long time since of the ages. Because I need them to be older. I don't need to be the thing being creepy plus the age factor on top of that. It's already creepy right now, the way that they're speaking. She's 12 and talking about womanly dreams, and then she finds stains on her older brother's side of the bed, and it was like, you need to tell a doctor, and he's like, oh, it's perfectly normal, which it is. That is perfectly normal, especially at his age. He's a young teenage boy. I just don't like how it's written, because it's very disturbing and like mature, and they're talking about children here. So I'm hoping they get older. So they have gotten older in this book. They've been there for 2 years, so she's 14 and he's almost 17. I don't like the girl's age. She's too young, especially the way they are talking and talking about her body and just getting close. I don't want it. I know once it gets to the part I don't want to get to, I'm going to be like in the Silver Lining Plays books and just throw the book out the window.
What the fuck?
I am enjoying it. It is a good book and it's disturbing me, so it is giving me a strong emotion while reading this, so that's good. And I do like V.C. Andrews because she elicits that emotion, but sometimes it's a little too much. It's like 1 in the morning. I'm on page 294 of 405, so I still have a little bits to go. Right now, the mom is pissing me off. She hasn't seen her kids in like months, hasn't visited them, and she finally does, and the kids are upset with her, and she's like, oh, you guys are so ungrateful. Don't you know what I've all done for you, and you'd be starving, and blah, blah, blah. It's like, they've been beaten, they have starved. They're locked in a tiny room, no sunlight. But they should be grateful for the mother and not give her crap. It's not how it works. Nope. So she's making me angry. It is 1:30 a.m. on Saturday the 18th, and I am not doing so good on this reading rush. So far, have been reading this one book. I'm almost done. Don't want to spoil it, but I just want to rant about it. Besides all this stuff that goes down, I'm upset about the ages. It makes it so much worse. And then something just happened that I am disgusted about, but like, it's taking me longer to read because I just don't want to pick it up. I do and I don't. I did, though, read a little bit of The Princess Diaries, and so far things are very different. Like, in the first page she's telling us that her mom is going to date the teacher. That doesn't have to in the movie till later. And the one main difference is, and I've only read like a chapter, the one main difference is the dad is still alive. Like, what? She's met him, she's met her grandmother. I don't understand. So does she know he's a prince and then she will be princess? I don't know. I haven't gotten that far, but so far it's weird that she knows her father. And I don't really like Mia so far. I really liked her in the movie. Not so much so far, but I only read a chapter, so you know. So hopefully I don't want to go to bed without finishing this, since all I have is all day tomorrow and Sunday, and that's not much to read 3 more books. I didn't do much today. I went grocery shopping, and that takes a long time since then you have to come home and sanitize each item, then everything you touched, and then I changed my clothes and take a shower because I'm not risking anything. It's a strange world we live in, and now that we have to do that. I finished this book last night before I went to bed. Overall, I guess I did like it. It's a roller coaster. I felt like all the emotions reading this book, and it is very disturbing, and I guess that's why I liked it, because it brought out such emotion in me. Like, I could rant about this book for a long time and talk about it and be like, what the heck? So I guess that's why I think it's a good book and why it's so popular. So now I'll just sit here in this spot for the entirety of why I read The Princess Diaries. I read a little bit so far, and she met up with her dad, and her dad told her that he is a prince because he can't have more kids, and so she has to know. Even though she did like a project on Genovia, and she couldn't connect everything, and just kind of seems a little weird that she didn't know. And again, I do not like Mia in this book. Like, this one part that like really bothered me was that when she was at like the plaza with her dad, she had to go to the bathroom, so he gave her $5 to give to the bathroom attendant, and she was all like, oh, I'm gonna keep this money why do they need it and stuff like that. And I was like, okay, that's an awful way to look at it. But then she's like, oh, I'll give it $1. I can afford it. My dad's a prince. Like, got me very angry. Don't like her. I hope she has redeeming qualities later on. And so far, amazingly, I like the movie so much better. It is like 1 a.m. on Sunday, April 19th, the last day for the reading rush. And I'm halfway through The Princess Diaries. And I don't like it. I don't like Mia. And I don't like the grandmother. The grandmother is rude, and so is Mia. It's just, I guess maybe because I liked the movie so much that this is so different, but also the same. I don't know. It's just, it's not for me. Maybe if I was younger, like in my teens, I would have a different opinion, but right now, no. It's 4 p.m. and I just finished my second book in the reading rush. It was Princess Diaries, and I'm gonna give it a 2-star rating. I did not like it. I did not like the characters. It is very different from the movie, and I loved the movie. Just, it wasn't good. It wasn't like anything horrible that I hate or anything. I just didn't enjoy reading it. It is 7 p.m. and I'm halfway through The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. So far, I really like it. I hate the character Edmund, not even just because of his betrayal, but because he's just a little brat. I'm reading an online copy from my library, and this one is an illustrated edition, so I really like that because you can see all the different drawings of the world and the interesting characters. I have seen the movie, but that was years ago, so I'm glad I'm finally reading the book. I probably have like an hour or so left in the book, and then I'm going to be on my 4th book. I don't know if I can get it done by midnight, but I'm hoping. It is 9:33 and I just finished The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. I really liked it. It was a cute, fun little read. I know that it is a religious book and that like Aslan is like Jesus, but it didn't really bother me. It wasn't like in your face that way because I am not religious, and so if it was, it would have bothered me. And I didn't even take it that way. I took it as like an actual lion in the world. I didn't even take it to be religious. So now I only have a couple of hours to read I Am C-3PO by Anthony Daniels. I am excited about this, but I don't know if I can read it in a couple of hours. I'm hoping I can because I want to succeed. I'm about 30 pages in the book, and I had no idea how much he had to go through to be C-3PO. Costume was horrible. He would have to be in it like all day and being standing. They didn't take it off because it took so much time just to put on, and when he finally took it off, he would have welts and bruises, and he couldn't like eat or go to the bathroom during the time when they were filming because he had to keep it on. And so soon like the crew and everything took him as like an inanimate object because he's constantly in the suit. So that's like one of the sad things about being C-3PO was people forgetting that he's human and just the pain of being in the suit. It is 12 o'clock and sadly I did not finish this book. I'm on page 110. I still have like 155 pages left. I am sad that I did not complete it, but I am proud that I got as far as I did. The sad part about this book is that he didn't get any credit for being C-3PO. Like, he went through so much pain and so much agony with, like, the suit and then the hotness of the weather. And then when it came time to do press and stuff, they just wanted people to believe that it was, like, a robot. So they didn't credit him during interviews, so no one knew who Anthony Daniels was. But so far, I am really enjoying it. I'm learning so much about Star Wars and what went through the process of being C-3PO. I find it very fascinating. So I will definitely continue reading it. And so that's it for my reading vlog for the Stay Home Reading Rush. So like and subscribe, and I'll see y'all later. Bye!